In order to get a better understanding of how to factor, it might help to actually do the distribution with two binomials, and then we'll show why it works when we're going in reverse. So first, a common way of looking at this is they call it FOIL. This means first terms, outer terms, inner terms, and last terms. So when I multiply the first terms, I get x squared. Then I do the outer terms, so x times 5, so that's plus 5x. And then I'm going to do the inner terms, which is 4x. And then finally, the last terms, 4 times 5 is plus 20. Now, in doing this, I'm going to combine the like terms in the middle here. When I do that, I get x squared plus 9x plus 20. Now, what's going to come in handy is understanding that this 9x was actually a combination of two like terms that were originally from the outer and inner terms when those were multiplied. So the 5 times x and the 4 times x. So now when you're going to factor, assuming that we didn't know this over here, what we're going to do is we know that this is going to be two binomials. So I know the only way to get that x squared is going to be an x times an x. And now what you're going to ask yourself are two numbers that add up to 9x. And the reason that we know that is because when we did the distribution, we added these two together. And then they need two numbers that add up to 9, but they multiply to 20. So what I do is I'm going to list the factors of 20 over here. So I have 1 times 20. Those added together would give me 21. Then I have 2 times 10. Then I have 3 doesn't work. And then I have 4 times 5. Well, the 4 times 5 adds up to 9. And at the same time, they multiply to 20. So one is going to be a 4 and one's going to be a 5. Now, since they have to have the same terms, because if I multiplied the last terms together, the 4 times the 5, if the signs were different, then I would have a negative here, but they're not. So I know that the signs, this tells me right here, this tells me that the signs of these two numbers are the same. And then this over here, this plus tells me that I added together, since the signs are the same and I have a positive, that these must both be positive. And that's it.
That was easy.